Welcome back to my cozy nook in South Africa, from where I'm sharing everything that's going down in my garden this season. So on today's episode, I've been promising to show you how I make my preserved lemons. These are all from the garden, so I know that they are organic. So make sure to stay till the end of the video, because right at the end after our garden walk, I'll be showing you how I do exactly that. But for now, let's head on over to the garden because a lot has been happening. Coriander seeds have all started drying out. I'm going to have to get them out of the ground. And the snails, I haven't quite figured out how to get rid of them. I'm going to do a beer trap and see if that works, because I'm trying to avoid poison. I don't want to put any poison in the ground. I honestly don't want to have my pollinators also struggle just because I'm trying to get rid of the snails. My chamomile is flowering beautifully. I've already started picking and drying some of these flowers for my tea. And I've got a lot of onion seeds that I also need to harvest and bottle up and store. As you can see, there's quite a lot. I've started just also putting some of them back into the ground, and we'll see how they grow. This chili plant, I bought this chili plant I think about 3 seasons ago, and it looked like it had no life left. But this plant has been giving me so many chilies. It just keeps on growing and growing, and yeah, so it's a great gift in the garden. The sage is doing really well, and I've got little onions in the ground everywhere that I also need to harvest, and some big ones as well, which I'm super excited about. So this little container is really not doing well. Everything I'm planting in here, it's not working. There's something in here that keeps on going after my seedlings. I don't see any snails, so it could be one of those worms that are underneath the ground. And I also planted some basil, so we'll see if the basil will do better. But what I'm really excited about still is my strawberry patch. This is just producing strawberries on another level now that it's a little bit more covered. I've got some more in containers that I've just left for the snails to come to. And the tomato is doing really well. The potato I still haven't gotten out of the ground. And my one little carrot in the pot is also thriving. But just have a look at this. My cucumbers. And this whole plant is just flourishing. So I'm so happy. Some of them aren't doing that great, but I'm gonna try and lift this. And then my turmeric went to flower. Look at this beautiful flower. And then if you look on the sides, it's got little yellow flowers. I'll show you a little bit better. So hop over. Look at that. Isn't that exquisite? What a little gem. Banana tree is already growing so tall. It should just start bearing fruits now. Squash is also doing good. It's a lot of flowers popping up. And hello, Mr. Snail. He's so cute, but So ideally you wouldn't want to plant potatoes and tomatoes and squash together. So I really have to make an effort and get this out of the ground, potatoes, because yes, like I said. But now on the other hand, it's been raining so much, so the ground has really been wet the whole time. And I feel like because it's been raining so much and the sun is not really popping through, it's made the growth of the plant so stagnant. So it's taking so much longer. And I also planted some kale, but yes, they're also not really doing that well. There's some beetroot in the ground. Let's hope. The little bit of sun that goes through, it's not a lot. So we had a hailstorm yesterday, and I see a flower pot fell over. Oops. Daisy. I've got some cosmos in the mix as well, and the little ladybug seems to like it. So this part of the garden is really flourishing. I've got beans popping up that I saw. Yes, there we go. Still a small little plant. The sunflowers also rising tall. Got some chili in the ground, some more beetroot. It was just raining a lot yesterday, so shame. Let's break that off. Here we go, and we've got more beans. More beans. Super excited. Some beetroot, more beans. So beans are just amazing for the ground, and it's an amazing co-plant for the watermelon that I've planted over here. Weed through. I normally just go and weed as I go along. And these little melons are also growing nicely. Let's hope that they will move upwards. A little beet. Eggplant. More beet. Oh, and my sunflower stretching up nicely. Okay, so besides lemons, I have also harvested some grapes, which I have handed out to my family and friends, and I've also saved some of it to make some grape jam, which I haven't gotten around to doing. I also got some beets from my dad out of his garden, and I started fermenting those. Also, he gave me some onions, and I also went ahead and started a ferment on the small little onions that I got from my dad. Apart from that, I also got chilies from a friend of mine. So I have also started a ferment on the chilies because I want to make fermented hot sauce. So all of that is still in the making and waiting for all those lovely ferments to do its thing. I've also playing around with kombucha. So I got a SCOBY from another friend of mine, and I started my first brew from the SCOBY that I got with just normal black tea and a cup of sugar. But once that started like bubbling and forming another SCOBY, I actually took some of that kombucha that already started brewing and poured that over into another glass jar with some fresh fruits and some of a piece of the SCOBY that was in the big jar. And from that, I started my whole kombucha journey. I have not to this date got it right to carbonate any of my kombucha ferments, if you would, my fermented teas. However, I am enjoying the lovely taste of kombucha. The first batch did come out a little bit vinegary, but I did find that the more that you leave it with the fruits, it will be vinegary in the beginning. I might be wrong. Just correct me if I'm wrong, but what I think is, what I've noticed is it was very vinegary, and then I just left it for another week or so to ferment some more. Although it wasn't on with one of those flip lids that you have that could cause a kombucha bomb bottle, I just took a normal coffee glass jar and just did a ferment in that. Obviously, there won't be any carbonation build up, but I do still love the taste. And the vinegary kombucha I actually ended up using on my salads. Okay, so what do we do with the lemons? More than enough lemons in your garden, and I preserved lemons in 2022. I bottled some of my fermented lemons, and I'm still using some of it. So it tastes delicious. Now, what actually happens is the skin, as it ferments, the bitterness of the lemon peel actually subsides, and that's actually what you want to eat. It becomes a delicious treat. You can even use it in margaritas, margarita cocktails. You can use it in your foods. Okay, so what you want to do is, I actually went and I halved it now. That's not actually what I should do. But then, okay, why not? You see, what you actually want to do is, because my jar is going to be a little bit smaller now, so you actually want a big jar. You want to make like a star, like to sort of just have it like flip open like that. And now you're going to fill that with salt. I'm using normal, coarse, fine sea salt. And you're literally just going to like dose that with salt, okay? Just get my glass jar. Okay, so I'm recycling. I'm actually using a gherkin bottle. Okay, now what you would want to do is you just want to actually put the lemon in, but obviously now because it's too small, I'm just gonna break it open a bit, and you want to put a lot of salt. You actually just like, that's what's going to create your brine. And now you're just going to go ahead and you're going to layer this. But what you want to do is you want to press it down. I'm using a little weight, so you're just going to press that down and start creating some juices. This is not the correct bottle for this, but yes, you want to kind of like flatten it down and create juices. Why is this so hard? Here we go. You can see it's already starting to brine up, and you're just going to continue doing this until you are at the end. Keep adding salt. Okay. Just want to press that down and create some juices. So it's basically the lemon rind, lemon peel that you're preserving. Once you've tried this, you'll always want it. So actually what you want to do is you just, like I said, you butterfly the lemon, and you want to actually have a bigger jar so that you can just put the whole lemon in with the flesh and everything in it, because that is what is the liquid gold that breaks down over time and it just becomes beautiful. But when you eat the preserved lemons, you don't even really eat the flesh, you just, like I said, eat the peel. Now I still have a lot of lemons popping up in the tree. It's so amazing because it's summer and I thought that it's like a winter, that lemons, you know, flourish over winter only. But yes, that tree just keeps on producing more and more lemons. I'm so thankful. Okay, just making a nice brine. I just want to fill this up. So I also went ahead and I made another ferment. So I used some of the beetroot from my dad's garden, and I actually took some red coleslaw and some onion, and I made a beet, onion, and coleslaw ferment, which I'm super excited about. It smells divine. So this jar, once it's preserved, will last you in the fridge. If you keep it nicely cool in the fridge, it will last you until you're done eating it. You want to compress this down really nicely. Get a lot of juices in. There we go. I'm not even going to put another one in here. Now you want to also just keep your lemons underneath your brine, underneath your lemon juice. Here we go. Now if you have a weight, at this point you would put your weight in. And you're going to mark your bottle, and that is it. That's preserved lemons. You're going to leave it on the counter for about a week or two, and then you're going to pop it into the fridge and enjoy. Isn't it simple? It's been amazing hanging with you. If you've come across any cool recipes on YouTube that you can share in the comments down below, please do so. Tune in next week when I'm going to show you another delicious recipe out of the kitchen. Until I see you again, remember to stay shining and stay gardening.